What's good, man? It's your boy Cash. Welcome to the Cash Money Dream Podcast. We here, man. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Today's going to be a good show. So the website's up. I'm going to say it again, cashmoneydreams.com. You can go there and get all the exclusive behind scenes. We got a subscribe list coming so you guys can get behind scenes stuff of all our material towards when it comes to the editing, the music, and just the personal blog. Over the weekend, Rick Ross came out. It was a dope event. Ramin, where was this at?
It was at 11 in Miami, Florida.
So
11 nightclub.
we always going out, pushing out all type of events. There's a lot of things on the blog that you can get involved with. You can go to the clips. You can also see our personal information and get all access to all our other platforms. Shout out to TikTok, Instagram. We here, man. So listen, today's show, we're going to get back into talking about a conversation we had on the last show. And I think it's going to be about Young Jeezy and his now ex-wife. What is his wife's name again?
Well, I don't know if this is a show from a couple weeks ago. Jeannie Mae or Mai is his wife's name. I don't think she's signed the papers yet, but you know, he served her some divorce papers and he's ready to move on.
Well, he has to. And it comes to a time. I think Young Jeezy took a L. And the reason why I think he took a L is because it is very hard to marry Western women. And the problem is you have people like Steve Harvey, who's probably the biggest simp in America for 2023. He wins that award. Hands down, he wins that award. And I think a year before was Will Smith, right? So, but the problem is this: I understand. As men, we want to be successful. We want to sit on a platform and have the power, and our accomplishments doesn't really mean nothing to some females, right? Because they are competitive females just like we are, right? So you got to understand where when you get into a relationship with a woman who already established money and wealth, she thinks she a boss. You know what I mean? She thinks she a boss. Like Ricky Rose. She thinks she a boss.
Denied.
And it's very hard to push a woman off that pedestal. You know what I mean? They trying to be like Cleopatra. That's what they trying to be like. They trying to be like Cleopatra. So
You stupid.
it doesn't work, right? Even Cleopatra was summoned to kill her husband for herself to reign, to stay ultimate king of Egypt, right? And she chose not to do it, right? And there's a reason, because loyalty towards the family is everything. I'm gonna say this, and we getting messages right now. Shout out to everybody. Like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. We here. We're not going nowhere. I always love when I get messages, because the benefit is I get a lot of people who make comments, who support us, and they come up with some ideas to basically talk onto the show. But we'll get into that later. The point I'm making is very simple, is that when you get into a position of power as a woman, it is very hard to let that go. And men have to choose very wisely when it comes to the woman you're dealing with. You got to look at her friends. You got to look at her family. Family, most importantly, right? Especially if they come from Spain, or if they come from France, or if they come from Brazil, or if they come from even Thailand or the Philippines. Family cultures are different. You're marrying into some people's family, and that's dangerous, because some women are not going to sacrifice you for their family, and that's the issue. I think when we watch this video, it's going to just remind us from other people's opinion, and I'm going to tear this shit up. But let's play the video. Let's see what more material we can get into. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think Young Jeezy took a L, and this man is like a Jay-Z where he's from. I mean, he ain't Jay-Z, but he's a Sean Carter for sure when it comes to a legendary rapper. One of the biggest, I think, influence hip-hop in the last 20 years. And she's She lost her mind not to be in a position to follow a man that comes from the streets and elevated himself to be a multimillionaire. I just think when you're dealing with a woman, the sacrifices that she must make if she's going to follow a man, it's never going to work where two people are going to be in equal power. It's just never going to work. The kingdom is going to be always attacked. And that's some women you got to understand. If you want to sit with a man, you must let him lead. You must make the ultimate sacrifice. And some women just can't do that. So I think she's crazy to be her age and where she's at. This dude can literally go out and get a 9 in any country and live anywhere in the world. Y'all act like men with money can't move around. We can go to Monaco, we can go to France, we can go to Germany, we can go to Portugal. I mean, we technically don't need to stay in America. If we got all that money, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, bro, trust me, you can be right now in Dominican Republic and getting the most beautiful 9s you ever seen, and they only ask for no less than $1,500 a month and just looking out for them. That's it. And they're loyal. You can get 4 Dominicans. What's that going to cost you if you're a multimillionaire? And this is why Andrew Tate was so successful in going country to country and getting women, because when you sitting on and you got an AP, right? You got an AP. And you sitting there, you working, you hustling, $100,000 here, $100,000 there. Some women will appreciate a man, and they'll follow you. Let me tell you something, man. If you're a captain and you're a king, women will follow you. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Women will follow you. Go to a foreign country. So, but I would just tell you, if you get a bad, you know what I'm saying, chick, 9 or 7, and she follows you, do not bring her to America. Okay? Let's get into this motherfucking video.
Yeah, let's get started and see.
Don't bring her to a fucking America, man. You're going to lose. 90 demons are going to tell her she's not to be submissive. 90 little gremlins will fuck up your relationship. Keep them in their country. Let's go.
Let's see what the update is on this. See what the update is on this
For real.
situation.
For sure.
I couldn't wait to come in here and talk to y'all about Jeezy and Jeannie, because we may have spoken about it briefly, but then more details came out. And the details were, we are separating not because of infidelity, but because of different family values. Yeah. Someone with knowledge close to the source says.
Yeah. What their quote was, like you said, someone with knowledge close to them, said they didn't agree on certain family values and expectations. They had different views, and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met.
Now, I read that, and the first thing I thought, assuming that that's true, is, damn, you don't talk about family values before you get married?
I was going to ask.
A lot of people don't.
So real quick, we're just going to pause and start it back up in a minute. But he has a point. I actually kind of felt this way. Like, how do you jump into something like marriage without knowing these things? Or it could be that they did know these things, but they figured, they'll work through it while the marriage is happening, and eventually they'll be happy. What do you think about just jumping into a marriage without being fully satisfied with every angle that you may not be satisfied with that could cause a divorce?
I think, truthfully, as a man, you got to be a complete idiot not to vet a woman when it comes to her traditions. The whole purpose when a man was going to court a woman was when kingdoms wanted to be a part of your kingdom, they would send their daughters, right? So the king, who's a prince, not a king yet, but he's a prince, he would sit down and have 3 to 4 women put in front of him, and each family had a name. They had something of value, right? So he could choose the best princess, and they'll be king and queen eventually. But I think you'll be an idiot not to vet a woman to know her tradition and her mindset towards family. Because if you go into the relationship and you both have separate views, it's never going to work. And obviously, I can tell you this. I truly believe they didn't care. They both are entertainers. They're both thinking, you know what, we can make it work.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that's what happened. I think they maybe knew enough about each other to get married and figured they could just work through it while they're married and eventually they'll both be satisfied. But one of them wasn't satisfied. So
I'm going to tell you this right now, and we get back into this video because it's very interesting. Let me tell you something, too. This is for the women, and these are for the young girls because the old girls ain't going to tell you shit. These women in their mid-30s don't give a fuck. They already surpassed. I believe we had a young girl on the show, and she already saying at 16, these women had 38 bodies. What the fuck? So, Brittany, what's her name, Renner?
yeah, Brittany Renner claims she's at 35. But who
Good
really
job.
knows?
You're doing a good job, Brittany Renner. If you at 35 and these girls already banging at 38,
A 16-year-old
at
beat her.
16, it's crazy. That right there gave me chills. I was so upset. I was like, every parent need to go to jail. But anyway, I'm going to say it like this, and then we get back into this video. When you go into a relationship with the man, fuck your traditions. Fuck your ideas and even your religion. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. If a woman's not willing to even convert over into another religion for you, she ain't worth shit. Okay? I'm just telling you, if the value of love, the true commitment to a man is basically giving up all what's value to you. She didn't want to do that. She went into a relationship still trying to hold her power. And that's the problem, bro. You made a bad calculated decision dealing with a woman who thinks she's a boss. That's what happens. Period.
I think there's some more as well that caused it. It was a number of things, and I think let's pick up where we left off and see if they get into it.
What caused is a bitch
The other
acting
causes.
like a boss and constantly talking and yelling and screaming. No man's going to accept that shit. Let's get back into the video.
Stop.
As a
if
grown
that's the
man.
That was a
example
different
in that.
situation.
Yeah, I was
Totally.
yeah.
When you
What
start,
you mean?
All right, so both of them.
Why is it different?
She was getting construction on her
was
house,
getting
so
a
she
house
was.
done.
It don't. Okay, got it.
That wasn't
But-
her moving in because y'all had a kid. That's a different situation.
You are famous. Jeezy's famous.
Got it.
He's touring.
She's
He's
famous.
Huh?
She's famous too.
No, I ain't get there yet.
Okay.
We
Wait,
know you go.
who?
We
No,
know.
no,
She ain't that
no,
famous.
no,
Hey, yo,
Big man, women's right.
Beyonce's
Women
famous.
are-
No,
Women
no.
are famous too.
Mel,
I'm
what's
gonna
Mel?
mute up for a second.
Mel, no.
I'm gonna mute up.
Mel.
Make your point.
Jeezy's touring.
Sorry.
He got a book out. He moving around a lot. She's famous.
We
She's
received
super
that.
busy. So
Got
now you might have a grandparent
You're
coming
right.
as opposed to
Yeah,
the nanny living
You are
with
absolutely
Yes.
right.
Yes.
You
feel
are
comfortable.
absolutely right.
There you go.
They said a few months later, her brother moved in.
Nah, Roscoe.
Really?
Roscoe
Wait,
gotta get
that happened?
Oh shit.
Wayne got to go.
I'm not lying.
Roscoe got to get.
No, not Wayne.
The brother moved in.
Not Roscoe.
he gotta
He
go.
got to get out of here.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Stop.
Yup. You
Stop
call
it.
the nigga.
So real quick, before we play the rest of this, that has to do with it. I mean, her family moving in.
Well, when you let me tell you something, bro. I dated a couple Asians in my life, and they're very family oriented. Where the daughter goes, sometimes the family goes. And I will tell you right now, you have to be in a position of power. And I'm not saying Jeezy's not in a position of power, but obviously, man, you can't control a crazy bitch. I'm just telling you, you men think you can control these type of women. These women have fell off a cliff. They're not coming back. Listen to me. They have fell off a cliff. They're not coming back. Okay? Because once a woman becomes a millionaire and she's self-made and she felt like she did it by herself, you're not equal to her. That's just that's how women operate. So I understand why men do it. You want to get with a woman that's driven and motivated like you. But there's certain women who just gonna be an Oprah. It's just the way it is. And you can't change it. I mean, it's stupid. But I don't understand. Jeezy, man, listen, you can go anywhere in the world and find a 7, an 8, and a 9 who will be submissive, who's not gonna argue and fight with you. This woman says she has an anger issue. Red flag. Okay? If a woman have tantrum, red flag. If a woman disrespect a waitress, red flag. If she talk stuff around, like she talk shit around her friends, red flag. If she talk behind her friends back to you, red flag. All these red flags is in front of men, and men don't care because you have no value. And sometimes, let me tell you something. It's the man inside the spirit where I can't speak for young Jeezy. I can only tell you, listen, bro, I know Jeezy has to have options. He lives in Atlanta. You know what I mean? There's a lot of options in Atlanta. There's a lot of options all over the world when you're a multimillionaire. So
I think he just wants more privacy, and it's hard to have that, especially if you want to do it on your own or have it with your wife when you got her whole family living there.
you cannot do it with Western women. That's the issue, though, man. You can't do it with Western women. These women have fell off a cliff. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. These women are going to die alone. Kevin Samuel, rest in peace, bro. He has told women before we did, 5, 7, 8 years ago, that if you don't settle for the guy who's just good to you, you're going to lose, because this is what's happening. I sat down with a black girl a couple of days ago. We was out and having a good conversation. Very beautiful woman. She's argumentative. She's combative. She's very attractive, but it's all red flags. Listen, she likes me, but I'm cool because, listen, red flag. She's very beautiful. I'm talking about, like, to be her age, good Lord, she's 24. But she combative. She consistently argues. And when you tell her, when you tell her to stop that, she just argues more. It's just, some men can't accept that. I don't have to accept that. Me personally, I don't have to accept that. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to just make better decisions than the women you vet, bro. Young Jeezy took a L, and he needs to run away. Don't ever go back unless she's 100% willing to shut the fuck up and look pretty in a corner. And listen, a lot of you women shoot yourself in the foot. I am not trying to be disrespectful to women. Listen to me. This is not a shot to women. I love women. Without you, we wouldn't be here. But some of you need just to look pretty and shut the fuck up. That's why the girl at McDonald's or the waitress somewhere in some state that works at a shitty job, she's getting wifed up, and you sitting there mad because you're not getting that treatment. She's a waitress. She's a regular chick. She works at Goodwill. She's not special. She's just not. And she doesn't act special. And she's very attractive. Some of them are natural. Some girls invest into their look, but she has a shitty job. You have some type of status. You are an entertainer. You are an actress. You a model. You somebody special into the world. Why is the guy not wifing you bitches up? All you supermodels on Instagram are not getting wifed up, but you're getting ran through by demons. But the girl from the local fast food restaurant is outbeating you. And you don't want to know why. The reason why is because she know how to shut the fuck up, look pretty. It's that simple.
They won't do that, though, because they look down on others like that. So they feel like, why would I take advice from somebody that's a peasant compared to me?
Exactly. And this is why I tell young Jeezy or any other man, look outside the West. Trust me. There's a lot of women in the world, bro, and they are fucking submissive. They don't fight. And it's not even an imagination. This is not a dream. This is reality. If you got millions of dollars, bro, you can go to Cape Town. It's not expensive to live there. You can buy a nice home for $1 million and live like a king. I mean, you can go so many places in motherfucking, like, I wouldn't go to Spain. Spain is very expensive, but go to Portugal. Unbelievable place, right? You can go, I wouldn't go to London. London is as bad as the United States. But there's places, I mean, London would be a good, buy a condo, right? And live there like 1 month out of the year. And go to the downtown London district. The most beautiful black, white women you would ever see with an accent, right? And you come there as an American, bro, they eating you up. They're eating you up. You know what I'm saying? It's just guys don't ball like that in London. They don't. And there's ballers in London. I mean, it's amazing. You can go so many places, right? You can go to Sweden. You can go to Madrid. A lot of these guys don't understand that they are in control, but it's the Western women, bro. It's just Some men are comfortable where they are, bro. Some men are comfortable, and you are used to community pussy. It's just the way it is. You're used to sharing the same girl. You're used to being with the same chick. And y'all fighting over the same nasty-ass chick who's like Brittany Reiner. Did I say that right? That's her name?
That's close enough.
So
Let's see if there's anything else that caused this problem, and we can move on after this. Let's see the end of this video.
yeah.
And we're not.
How
and we're
gotta go?
bleeping it out.
How long you gonna be here, nigga?
Yo, he's still here? Hey, yo, big dog. Hey, yo, big dog.
How gotta go? Nah, we're keeping that. How gotta go, yo? Sorry.
That's when things get a little tricky. And sometimes you let things slide when your in-law may move in to help.
The mother.
You know the
Dog.
mom. It's your
The brother can't
mother-in-law.
come in.
You and your brother are trying to move in the crib. And this
No.
is, we don't know if this is true. We just talking about if the mother and the brother are moving into my shit. We just got married. We ain't been married 3 years.
How big is the house? Does he own the whole
I
cul-de-sac?
don't care
I
how
don't
big
give a
it is.
fuck.
I never
Who
want to
gives
see
a
your
shit?
brother. Once we
Yes.
get married, your
It's
brother
rap.
don't exist.
We go through that through the
None of
preliminary
y'all
stage.
Nigga got a
Sorry.
3-hour time limit at the
We
cookout.
cool with the brother when we try to get the
Yeah,
we
you
try to
don't
get the box.
have, you don't have no brothers
Crazy.
no more.
Once we get the box,
I love my
we good.
brother-in-laws.
Yeah, stop looking. I don't care about that woman right shit you on these days.
I don't know
I'm
that-
on your ass, man.
I don't know that I want to live with him, but
You don't have a choice, and because the Dominican, that whole thing,
Family unit.
Yeah, they you don't have a choice.
brother's
But
cool
and
as
again,
shit.
they both
Yeah,
are
that-
successful and they
He
both are
must-
famous
Hey,
running
hold
around.
up, she must listen. Let
they might.
him get his shit off.
What he said?
All right, so basically more of the same. They're talking about, they're speculating. Nothing for sure, it sounds like, yet on this situation, but
I mean, everything's
family moving in is causing
Listen, bro.
issues is what they're thinking.
Who
Who wants to live with the
who-
family if you're married?
we gonna move on from this shit because this is a long conversation. Everybody's speculating, but I can tell you right now, we don't have to shoot far from the tree, right? We just don't, because we know she's crazy. It's that simple. The woman's crazy. She argumentative. She said it comes from her mom. Her mom. All of them are fighting. What man wants to live amongst people who fights and argue and who doesn't know how to submit, right? So sometimes I'll tell you this right now, and then we can move. It sometimes can be the mother, okay? I dated women who mother are very controlling, and they can destroy everything. So you got to understand that when you get into a relationship with a man, you must let him lead, and you must separate yourself from everybody else. If you want it to be successful, if you want your relationship and your marriage to be successful, it's fuck everybody. It's all about my family, my new family tree. That's how you create a new family tree. And men, you gotta have pride, bro. You gotta sit there and say, no, it's not happening. No, don't let her talk, bro. Don't be a simp. Do not be a simp. Have some fucking balls. Grab your balls and say no. When she said, can my mom move in? No.
Denied.
Can my brother move in? No.
Denied.
Can my cousin move in? No.
Denied.
I don't care. Can my niece and my nephew move in? They don't have nowhere to go. No.
Denied.
Y'all men don't have pride, bro.
She got enough money. Just buy them a house down the block
She don't
and go
want to.
visit
She'll
together
go broke.
whenever you want.
Well, let me tell you something.
Buy them a $500,000 house down the street.
Listen here, man. We need to change this concept. Her money is her money. My money is her money. Fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. My money is my money. Your money is my money. Period. I'm the captain. I control the ship. You make $5 million a year, I'm controlling that. That's how kings move. You cannot let a woman be in a position of power. If she's the king and she holds the dick in a relationship, it's going to automatically fail. I don't care if you're sitting on $5-10 million and she got $5-10 million. It's never going to work unless she know how to work Monday through Sunday, and then when she comes home, she acts as a wife. She takes her superhero robe off, and she submits to her husband when she comes home. That's very hard for a lot of women to do in the West, period. You're not moving in. Nobody's moving in. Fuck them. It's our new family tree. 2-3 years in a marriage, and you motherfuckers already talking about a divorce. It's a disgrace.
Denied.
I think
How-
it's hard for a man in his status, when you get to that status, when you have that much money, to have to settle.
Bro.
He feels like he should get exactly what he wants.
Exactly.
Otherwise, because he's in a position where he should have options and he can pick and choose what he wants.
Bro,
And that's why he's leaving.
when you work that hard to come from what he comes from, no female's controlling any part of the steering wheel. And you got to understand, she needs protection. You're getting uglier. You're not staying pretty. You're getting uglier. I don't care how much you think money you got, it's going to eventually fade, right? You need protection and security. And what's best to get that from a man? Stop buying cats and dogs. Stop buying birds and fish. Because when the killers come in, those fucking things ain't going to do really much for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I approve this message. I do. You females need help. Security is so important for a woman. Look at America right now. They're killing women everywhere. We need to stop pushing American government that women need to be strong and independent. What the fuck are we talking about? They're killing all our young women. They're being kidnapped and murdered. They're doing disgusting things. And this is because this message being pushed where women don't want to be submissive. It's going to be dangerous. I'm telling you, the best stock in America is going to be pet stores. You better buy your stock. Buy it now. Trust me, buy all the stock, because the way things are going, women, 67 to 80% of women will have pets and not a husband.
Emotional, damn it.
They're not going to have a husband. They're not going to have a husband. They're going to have a dog. They're replacing husbands and boyfriends with cats and dogs.
Hello, computer has virus.
And snakes. Okay? Get some antivirus protection. Please do it as soon as possible. Let's get into the next video.
Yeah, let's move on and see what else we got on the episode today.
Bruh.
I feel bad for young Jeezy, man. I really do. I think he's a legend. And listen, don't ever get married again. I don't ever think he's ever getting married again.
He might, but
if she's submissive to the highest level,
if he finds what he wants, now he knows what to vet.
She has
now
to be
he knows how to
submissive
vet.
5 years and never argue. 5 years. And then you marry a woman. If she's submissive for 5 years, no arguments, no fights, all men should get married in 5 years.
Yeah, he just moved too quick. That's
5 years. She has to be submissive, no arguments, and let you do what you need to do to build your brand. If she commits 5 years, yeah, marry that motherfucker. Let's go.
All right, let's get into
5
this
years.
one. This should be an interesting video as well. Let's see what this woman has to say.
5 years.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized.
Real quick, before we play the rest of this, you agree to this? Where there's a lot of this online, you see a lot of these pictures and videos being posted by women online because they're getting some type of a reward or positive attention from it, and so that's why they keep doing it? Or you think they're just their mindset is so different when they're being raised to how it used to be? Well, social media didn't exist back then either. Now it does.
Well, I mean, it just comes down to show you that these women have daddy issues, because men will teach a woman to protect herself and not sexualize herself. That's why it's proven that men raise daughters better. And the problem is mothers are whores. And if you got a 3 or 4 as a mother, she's not going to really guide you and teach you how to be a proper woman. You're going to mimic and copy her. I mean, you can't have mothers out here having a body count in the 500s and the thousands and going on social media being happy about that and saying they got children. And then they got kids with 2, 3 different baby fathers. It looks ridiculous. This is what America looks like. So what she's telling you is, yeah, it's okay, because as long as a woman's getting sexualized and men are coming to her, she thinks she's special. She thinks guys are actually entertaining her, but they truly doing it for the pussy. They don't give a fuck about you, right? So if you sitting out here sexualize yourself, bending over in thongs and barely wearing anything, you're going to attract a whole bunch of men who watch porn. And some of these guys are in good shape. Some of these guys, like Tariq Hill, who says professionally he wants to be a porn star after football. Here's a guy who can make $100 million in his career, and he's talking about being a porn star. The shame of the world, right? So it's a proven factor because that's a young man. He doesn't care. He's already rich. Once you pay a man money, his mindset is different, especially when they're young. All they're thinking about is pussy. So listen here, ladies. While you in the club, butt naked, all you getting is a whole bunch of simps. That's it. And if you fucking 25 simps, you think you deserve to be courted and have a king? Get the fuck out of here. Why would I want a woman who sleep with peasants and servants? I don't care how rich they is. That money doesn't last. We already know how this shit works. 70% of these people go broke. So your reality is hold on by a thread. And the funny thing about this, Ramin, is these women, while we get back into this video, once that guy go broke, they leave him. And she been fucking your friend behind your back. What is wrong with you guys? So I'm going to say again, 5 years. She has to be submissive, man. She has to prove that she's a good assistant in the relationship. I don't care if you make 100K. I don't care if you're a millionaire. She must show you that she has some value better than any other woman to be courted like that. Let me tell you something. If she acts like LeBron James' wife or Kobe Bryant's wife or Derek Jeter's wife, give these women anything they want. If my woman told me she want a castle in Italy and it costs $20 million, she can have it if she's Derek Jeter's wife, if she's LeBron James' wife, if she's Vanessa Bryant. If you act like these women, I don't care what she wants. She can have it. As long as I can afford it, she can have it. But those women are not going to sit around talking about give me Gucci product, Dior every day. Give me Louis Vuitton. Give me a $2.3 million wedding ring. They women don't care. It's more about comfortability to them. They don't care about that shit. And yes, they do own it. But you got rapper females got a $2 million collection of Louis Vuitton. $2 million of Louis Vuitton purses or Hermes. What is fuck wrong with y'all?
That's all their advances combined.
What's wrong with y'all? You got 3,000 red bottoms. What the fuck is wrong with you? I can guarantee you right now, LeBron James, Kobe wife Vanessa Bryant doesn't even probably own more than 10 pairs of red bottoms because she doesn't care about that material bullshit. She doesn't care. And those are the kind of women you got to marry because the family tree matter, the fortune matter. You don't want to get with a fucking female who's going to dry you dry before you 65 and have nothing left. No, we got legacies we got to take care of. So listen, stop sexualizing yourself and respect yourself. And you'll live a long time with protection. Let's get back in the video.
Let's see if she takes that same angle because you're basically saying it's the parents' fault or the mother's fault.
It starts with
some people blame it on social media.
They say
if there was social media back then, everybody would be like
this. But it
this.
starts with the parent. The parent controls the child.
Let's see what she says.
And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women.
So what she's basically saying is, if they do something wrong or something that is looked down upon, the person that tells them about it looks like the bad guy and something's wrong with them, and they just keep going on with it. And she's saying that this came from society making women think this way, and so now it's gone so far where it can no longer be tamed.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. This woman, I agree with a lot of things she says. I see her on social media. She's doing an amazing job. So I mean, she says a lot of things I agree with and some things I disagree. But just because it's maybe a culture variant between our belief systems and ideas of life, but she's mostly right what she says when it comes to females. She's just soft. She's more like not harsh. She says very educational in a way that it's very easy to read and understand, but kind words to make a woman understand what she's saying.
Yeah,
but,
she's not as blunt.
But what I'm saying is, fuck that bitch. Fuck that shit. Hell fuck no.
Denied.
What the fuck? Listen, I don't care what anybody say, right? I don't care. Fuck no. You can't, listen. Women with power who want to control and they're specialized, everything is advertised for a woman. They control the financial world, right? They are the debt holders of our economy. Women are, right? So when a guy is trying to talk to a girl and she has, and listen, if she's attractive, like some of these women are, not a lot of women are attractive, just like there's not a lot of men attractive. But if she's attractive, if she's a 7, bro, she's getting hit left and right. I go to my DMs. I can go all through my DMs with females. I can tell you right now. And I'm a guy and I still get a decent amount of females who try to reach out to me, not compared to a woman, okay? I go in some of the females I know personally DMs that I know personally that I fuck with, and they're getting hit. When they put out a story, they're getting at least 45 to 50 DMs because they're very attractive.
Bruh.
45 men with one post reached out to her, and out of 25 of them are asking for dates. She chooses who she goes through and respond. She already know what you look like. She's not interested. She already knows. She's seen you in the nightlife. She's not interested. She sees you every other week with a whole bunch of different broke-ass niggas. She's not interested. You're not moving around like James Harden. She's interested then, right? You're not getting money like Kobe, right? She's not interested. So she can weed through what she wants. She's vetting all the guys that's sitting there hitting her up message. So I was telling her, like, what guys do you respond to? And she said, nobody. I really don't care.
Denied.
They all the same. Like, I can go date this athlete, and what he's going to do, fly me out, buy me a purse. I could buy that shit myself. I don't waste my time with these type of men because they simping. These guys are simps. The guys in your DMs are simps.
So you could say then, so this is actually coming back around to what we just mentioned. You could put some blame on social media, not because of social media existing, but the way men are using it.
Yeah.
So many men are hitting up this woman. What is that going to do? It's going to make her head big. It's going to make her think she's bigger than what she really is.
Correct.
And she's going to be like, oh.
Correct.
Now I could operate differently. I can move differently because look at all these options I got. Look at all this leverage I got in life and in dating. And so you could blame social media along with parenting, not just parenting, because it's a simp's fault, like you said.
Parenting matters because
it's both.
It is both, but it's more towards the parent because you could tell them no, they can't have that, and you give them a reason why. And then when they get to a certain age, then you let them have it and let them see for themselves. But the issue is very simple.
A lot of these women are in their 20s.
Listen, I understand that, but I'm talking about, but their parents still, and some of their parents still in their 40s, they still have control. Let's be honest, a lot of these women who are in their 20s are still living with their parents. Most girls ain't moving out till around 25, 26. It's just the cost of living is too much. But I would tell you this right now, but a lot of these women are already having sex at 16. Okay, it's a high number. It's probably like 60% of women who are in that age group are already opening their legs to a whole bunch of
Belongs to the streets.
Weak-ass individual men. These guys have no value. You're giving your treasure away to guys who don't even make $15 an hour.
What's up, bitch?
That's disgusting. Why would you give your treasure away to a man that's worthless? Stupid. Stupidest thing a woman can do. But
You stupid.
all I'm saying to you right now, if you put I like I said, I got females. I'm good. I have access to all their shit, so I don't have these issues. But I can go through a female's Instagram personally who's very attractive and she's getting probably 100 messages a day. Yes, she's a very attractive woman. She's going to get hit. And it's just funny to me when you see it from the other side. How many motherfucking simps out here? Bro, I see motherfuckers, athletes that are in rappers that has some type of status in these women DM, trying to reach out to them, inviting them out to Miami, where we already at. So, nigga, we already know who you are. Inviting them out to motherfucking private parties and events, chilling up with motherfucking real niggas that got millions of dollars. And these niggas are simping. What do you want? What do you need? That's what they're saying in the messages. Let me take you shopping. Come shopping with me. What the fuck?
So now we know why she feels so important and special.
Oh my God, come shopping.
Imagine if you had a bunch of celebrities just hitting you up, inviting you to go shop. How
come
would you
shopping.
feel?
I'm gonna say it again.
Bruh.
Come shopping. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Get some help.
These niggas are telling women, and what you want, you think, hey, bro, listen, you work at a movie theater. Yeah, you 6'4", and you're trying to try out and get to the NBA. You ain't competing with niggas like this. Unless she's really loyal. And I tell you right now, it's a small percent of women loyal when a woman can be on a 100-foot yacht. Get the fuck out of here, man.
He belongs to the streets.
That's the issue with society, and that's when social media gets in. That's when I blame social media, because you can go to, even my page on my Instagram look dope. People see my stories. I get DM after DM when I post a certain lifestyle. Because, and this is why I got one fucking picture. I used to have every picture like flexing for what? I have one picture. I don't need all that. I understand Instagram, and sometimes I just reactivated my shit. I had my shit down for a year, okay? Because it's sometimes too much.
Ain't nobody
Is
got
this
time
what
for that.
you dealing with? Listen, Instagram's is a dating app, just like a lot of these social media apps are. They just dating apps. People are literally communicating and sharing each other's. They're sharing each other. It's community pussy and dick out there. Everybody's sharing each other. That's why you must tell a woman not to have an Instagram. That's why you must tell her not to have any type of social media, because it's dangerous. If you want her to truly be yours, she's not going to care for that shit. I don't know how many women that I personally meet will delete it if I commit to them in a relationship or some type of relationship. They tell me this all the time. I would delete my Instagram if you gave me some type of commitment. And I would tell men, hey, if you got a good woman and you can build something with her, commit. There's nothing wrong with that. But the issue is you must be in control of the steering wheel. Don't end up like Stephen Harvey, where you worth 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. This guy might, if he can survive this bullet, he might be worth 300 million, right? In the Drake status of his accomplishments. And here's a woman that's smashing your chef and smashing your bodyguard. That's horrible. This is the West. No man should get married in the West unless she commits 5 years and showing she's completely loyal. I understand that not all men are wealthy. I understand not all men got money. But as long as he has ambition, you should believe in him. As long as he has a purpose, you should believe in him. As long as he communicates with you, you should believe in him. It takes time for a man to find himself, period. It just takes time. You know what I mean? And listen, I see the messages. Like I said, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. We here. We're not going nowhere. It's very simple. When people send me messages and I see it, I'm not trying to attack men or women. I'm just telling you the facts. And some people might say, well, the way your delivery is kind of messed up. I am not going to be sweet and gentle, because being sweet and gentle is why we in this goddamn mess. You got men out here literally crying. We are changing men soft, where women have to lead. Women have to get educated. They have to be killer. They just have to be. Listen, women are now becoming into power. And I don't knock it for a woman to be successful. I think it's amazing. But men must understand, if you're dealing with a woman who's very attractive, or she can be basic, even a basic chick can get hit. I'm telling you, you got to take that away. It's not going to work, bro. me seeing it from the other side of I'm telling you, I like some of these girls. I'll be looking at their Instagram, bro. If you can get your chick's Instagram and she gives you the code and access to it, you're somehow ahead of the curve. I mean, I would tell man, you gotta get your girl Instagram password and codes and see if they do it. I guarantee we're gonna get an attack in the comments. Yo, I think all men should ask for their girl's Instagram password and see how many women do it. I think this should be a test. I think all men, and when she asks for yours, you say no. Men and women are not the same.
Well, you probably will see hundreds of messages from men in there. Depending on the women, I don't know if your girl is going to reply to them.
Cool.
But there is going to be messages in there. We already know.
Well, listen, if she's very attractive, it will be a lot of messages.
She might not even have time to reply.
But I want to see listen, bro. This is how you test a woman. Ask for the password. She'll give it to you. If she has nothing to hide, why would I be upset that you got 2,000 men trying to holler at you? I know what I got. You a bad bitch. And I'm not even talking about bad bitch like money. I'm talking about you a beautiful queen, and I'm happy that I can court you. So why would I care? I understand that men are going to constantly attack my kingdom. That's what they are. When you have a kingdom or you sit in any position of power, you're going to always have people trying to take you off the throne. Understand, man, you must stay in competition. You must always be in a mood of competition because at any moment, everything you work for could be taken from you. It could be easily stripped, right? So you got to protect yourself and you got to protect the women you deal with. So I don't care if 100,000 men are trying to holler at my chick. I care how she handles it.
Especially if she's one of those who doesn't put you on her page.
She only has
I don't
have
have
those issues. So I would tell you if a girl is putting you out there, some men want to be private. So I actually agree. I got some DMs and messages with guys coming at me and giving me, not disrespecting me, but giving me their reason why they don't like that shit. So I appreciate you guys. And like I said, if you go to the website, it's a lot of things on our website you can interact with, cashmoneydreams.com. And I respond to the messages. Me and Ramin respond to the messages. But I had a guy who said something that made sense. He was like, some guys want to be private, bro. Some guys don't want to be seen in the video. Cool. But listen, it's not about you want to be seen in the video. She doesn't want to show you, my nigga.
And it's not some, it's most.
Exactly.
Women are not showing it.
They don't want to show you because it messes up their opportunities from a better guy. Girls are still looking for upper up. It's called elevator. They're trying to go to level. Every girl's trying to get the next thing up. This is why you must understand it's your turn right now. It's not your turn forever. It's your turn right now. And unless she shows you some type of commitment where she's willing to give you her Instagram password. If she gives you your Instagram password, she said, you can control my social media. I want you to be my manager. Then you know you have power. Because when that guy hits her up, you can see it and you can oh, it's that promoter from the nightclub. This nigga's a clown, right? Because these girls are smashing the promoter. Why are you going to engage with a chick that's smashing the promoter?
He belongs to the streets.
This nigga sits out the club and promotes for the club. We do events. We not the promoters. We the elevators. We the executive producers, right? So you got niggas out here who not who they say they are, smashing y'all chicks. And some of these niggas are 6'3", 6'4", light-skinned niggas. Yeah, they got the look, but they ain't got the money, and they sitting out the door predating your woman.
What's up, bitch?
What's good? And you just got a girl who's been smashed by 5 promoters. Shout out to the promoters.
Bruh.
But anyway, all I'm going to say is this, because the show's winding down. It's very simple. Do not... Just don't let a woman control the steering wheel, bro. Young Jeezy took an L, man. I feel bad for him because I truly believe he wanted it to work. He had a child with this woman. Listen, when a man has a child with you and he's committed to you and he's getting married, he's putting that ring on his finger, right? You got to understand that he's giving up everything. He's trying to tell you, here, this kingdom is ours now. You must do everything to keep him. You must do everything to make sure you make that man happy because let me tell you something. You're going through 1, 2, 3 marriages. This is not breaking up with a boyfriend. When you get married, that's huge. This is not like a breakup. Women go into the motherfucking marriages as if they treating us like they dating a boyfriend. And they say, oh, I don't like this guy. I don't like how it's going. Fuck this relationship. Listen, you're making promises to contracts that you can't keep. And that's why I say the West is fucked up. I don't believe in the West no more. I encourage all men not to get married. I encourage all men to vet a woman. I encourage all men to wait and see all her mistakes and how she operates. If you say, give me the password, she says no, or she says why, red flag.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you tell her to sit down and you say it nicely and she said, I don't want to sit down, red flag. Some men just want women. I'm telling you, women, look pretty, sit in a corner, and shut the fuck up. And you will have everything you want. The problem is society saying you don't have to do that. You don't have to listen to a man. You don't have to follow a man. But we live in a man's world. We building all the shit y'all using. Your toilet paper you wipe your ass with came from a fucking man. The jewelry that you wearing, the Gucci, the Dior, the Louis Vuitton, all that shit is created by fucking men. The security that America built so you can run around jogging at 3 a.m. if you're not getting kidnapped is the protection because of a man. The world of all is because of a man. Period. Stop fighting it. Let us protect you, and then you'll find the right guy. I'm telling you, guys will always keep picking a McDonald's chick, and women get mad. I don't care. I had this argument with the chick. I'm telling you, I had this argument, and I'm about to end this show right now, but I had this argument with this chick. She was like, well, I'm educated. I don't give a shit. I make I make 150K. I don't give a shit. I told her, only broke men care about your education. Only broke men care about how much money you make. I don't care if you educated. You can work at McDonald's and I'll still date you as long as you give me peace of mind and you're not combative. And she looked at me like I was crazy because her achievements was more valued than being in a relationship with her man. Her achievements of being me, all about me is more important than being with a man. And guess what? I told her, like, you very attractive, but I truly think you're going to end up with a cat or a dog. You
stupid.
And she got mad. But listen, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. It's your boy Cash, man. We here, man. I ain't going nowhere. Listen, the website's up. We got another event coming up. Hey, I think it's on the 13th. It's going to be in Miami again. So where is this at?
Friday the 13th. It's going to be at 11.
Okay.
And it's going to be St. John.
St. John in the building. You know what? We'll play a sample of that shit before we out. It's your boy Cash. We'll play the video of the event coming up on the 13th. And you guys stay tuned. Go into the website, get into our blog, watch our clips, subscribe, do everything you can because we here, man. We ain't going nowhere. It's your boy Cash. Shout out.
Entertainment.
It's your boy Cash. Cash Money Dream Podcast. We here. Thank you for watching the Cash Money Dreams Podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Stay tuned. Every week we drop in a new episode. It's your boy Cash, man.